Hi, my name is Alex Thevaranjan. I'm a faculty member at Syracuse University. I've been a teacher for more than 25 years. In these 25 years or so, one thing I saw happening, which is very sad, is that teaching is becoming a fruitless exercise. For 15 weeks, we interact with the students come week after week. But if you ask a student, hey, what is the class you take in the first semester of your college? And then you ask them, hey, what do you remember from that? Most of the time, they hardly remember anything. So what's the point of paying that kind of money and 15 weeks and studying, and then finally you don't remember or retain much of it? How can you make teaching a fruitful exercise? And particularly teaching is something very powerful. A teacher gets to plant thoughts in the minds of a student. And those thoughts can grow like a seed. A teacher gets to plant desires in the hearts of a student. Those desires can grow and make that student a leader. So how can we go from this fruitless exercise to making teaching a fruitful exercise? Fruit spells F-R-U-I-T. The F, I tell my students, we forget what we hear or read. So if teaching is all about a professor lecturing or the student reading pages after pages, students forget what they hear and what they read. So we got to change from this kind of lecturing and a huge amount of reading. So in my class there is no textbook. Then you come to the R of fruit. We remember what we write and what we think. So I give lecture notes in my class. I condense it to what they really need to know, but they got to take notes. I give notes, but there will be blanks, and then there's spaces for them to take extra notes, and then I grade them on their notes. If they have written extra notes, they got to submit it at the end of the class. So it forces them to be paying attention, thinking, and writing. It tends to stay with them. And students like it. Then the U of fruit. Students understand what they do. It's like learning to ride a bike. You can't read a book or hear a lecture and expect to ride a bike. You got to try. So students must do, they must apply what you are learning. So I give a lot of homework, a lot of in-class exercises, home exercises that they have to repeatedly do. Then the fourth is I. Students internalize what they grasp. You see, unless you grasp something, it's not enough to even understand it. You got to grasp it for you to internalize it. So whenever I feel I've covered a section, it's important for them to grasp it, I give an exam. Not only to evaluate them, but really it's a time for them to review and grasp it. And the most important thing is the T of fruit. Students take away what they value. So we got to find a way to give something to the students that creates value for them. So in my class, Accounting for Entrepreneurship, I help students identify the dream within them and turn that dream into a business. And in the process, I teach them accounting. So at the end of my class, they will walk away, they will take away a business plan that's closer to their heart. The whole course builds up to that takeaway. So, fruit, teaching, to bear fruit. Teachers must remember students forget what they hear and what they read. So minimize the lectures, minimize the readings. They remember what they think and write. They understand what they do. They internalize what they grasp. They take away what they value. So I hope that gives you some tips to take teaching from a fruitless exercise to sowing seed in the minds and the hearts of the students that will grow and bear fruit. Thank you very much.